This is a message to my black men and black women. Never, never let any other race try to hurt your people. Never. So we must start love one another as we love ourselves. Stand up and fight. Fight with all our might. Never let no one hurt my
Wow.
people.
What's going on, my people?
Never.
Can you
Listen what
see
I'm
everybody's in the scandal?
We are the first man and first
Huh?
woman. So don't let anyone
Can you see everybody's in the scandal? Nobody's not trying to sorry for this young man. Everybody want him to go to jail. They want him dead. You could imagine? This young man have been doing parties since he been very young. And all of a sudden it becomes a crime. You can do a private party at home. And you cannot use drugs anymore. Have you seen all the mix up what taking place? Preachers are getting into the parties. Preachers are talking about the parties. Everybody's talking about what this young man is doing. And a lot of them attend the party. So it becomes a crime to have a party. You could imagine? I know they're charging him with all type of crime. And they locked him up and they're investigating. I thought you cannot be locked up if investigation are taking place. I didn't know the government could do that. He's not a flight risk. He turned over his passport and he was not smart enough to go to another place. And he's a flight risk and they're investigating the crime and they lock him up. So I don't know what his lawyer is doing or what his lawyer is saying, because they cannot investigate in a person and lock them up. That's messed up. You have penal code laws for that. But the people are not paying attention. So they're all caught up and they want to get hits on their program. So they're saying all type of crazy shit about this young man. Everybody have their ways of doing things. His ways is to do parties. And people go to the party. He didn't tie them with a rope and take them to the party. Or he didn't put a handcuff on them and take them to the party. They all want to go to the party. And his party is big. Cost him a lot of money. Because that's what he liked to do. What's wrong with that? Now everybody getting out there, all his friends are criticizing him. So that's why you must not do things with other people, because they will betray you sooner or later. They're all scumbag. And that's how it is in life. They want to put him down. Like the Jesus story. They want to crucify him. Some are saying he's not going to live for a long time in jail, and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. Are you following me, people? Preachers is saying he's this and he's that. Preachers should be talking about their God. But the hall is in the mix of trying to see this young man go down. He's not a young man anyway, but you know what I'm talking about. Some people like homosexuals doing, I call it sodomy. And if he like to do that, that's his business. Because God is not doing anything about sodomy. You know, the God of the Bible, I'm not stopping it. You, the human being, cannot stop it. Read my lips. Sodomy cannot be stopped by no God of the Bible. It's been going on from time and time. Human beings like to do that. So don't try to stop it. Because if the Creator is God and He cannot stop it, how you think you can stop it? That's why the government all over the world are promoting it. Go ahead, do what you want to do. Am I lying? You know I'm not lying. That's how it is. Go ahead and do it. Some people rebel against it, but that's what they want to do. The preachers of the Bible, they're doing it. Listen, I grows up into church, see more than one. The man I call my dad owned 3 churches. And they do sodomy in there. That's why I can talk about it. Because I'm a living eyewitness. Deacon, altar boy, they all do it. So don't try to stop it, you can't. Because God of the Bible cannot stop it. So why do you think you can stop it? And if this young man is making party for homosexual or doing sodomy there, he have the right to do that. It's not against the laws of man. If it's against the laws of the God of the Bible, God is not stopping it. Can you get it? Or you can't? So they're charging him with all type of crime. You know what they're doing? The government, do you know what they're doing? They're trying to break him down. And they're trying to break down all the black man that is getting up there. Break them down so they can stay stagnant with their people. And by you stagnant with your people, you remain the way that you cannot be above the white man. Because he only have one thing in his mind: to control this planet. It does not matter where the white man is. His plan is to control this planet. And no one can rise above him. And that's his plan. If you want to be stupid, go ahead. Because no one can stop you from being stupid. You're not overstanding. Look at all the rich black men, what is taking place with them. Sooner or later, they're going to be break down. Because if they start to build factories and large farm, raising large farm with cattle, the white man is going to be trembling. That's why all over the world the black man is down. You think they're up, but they're not. Look at all the black rich billionaire black men of the United States. What are they doing? They're not trying to gather up our people. They are not trying to gather their people up. That's why we're having problem. Can you get it? We're having problem because no man out there is black man is not trying to gather up our people and tell them what need to be done. Pretending to our people. That's why we're having problem. Who is telling us what to do? The white people. Don't get shit twisted. And that's why we stuck. You can't understand. You cannot understand. Look, there is no black leaders out there. Let me repeat myself. There is no black leaders out there. Is trying to gather up the people for a new pathway. None. They are talking about making money. And that's all in their mind, to make money. They're not satisfied with what they have. And they're not satisfied to give away a little of what they have. They can't because they are afraid. So by that young man was doing parties and giving away some of what he had, they were content with it. Until they want to get him in trouble, they're all criticizing him right now. Hey, he's that, he's this, and he do that. Huh? You could imagine? And now, they wish death upon him. That's what they're all doing. People that work with him speak bad about him. People that was his friend all speak bad about him. That's why you don't need no friend, because they will betray you sooner or later. Just like the story of the Jesus of the Bible. His best friend betray him. Betray him, betray him. With the kiss, you know, yeah. And that's what they're doing with this young man, this young rapper. He was not smart enough to gather up all his change, his little money, and go to another place. Like some other guy. He's smart to make the money, but he was smart enough to make it and get away. You see, he only can live in the United States. The amount of money that he had, he could go other places and live comfortable and still do his crazy shit. Maybe he didn't want to do that. You know what I'm talking about? He could disappear from the United States. He have enough to do that. He don't have to carry his jet plane. He could get on one of those cargo ship or one of those passenger ship and pay off his traveling and nobody know where he is. But he was not smart enough to do that. So now all of these free parties, look, he didn't take money from none of these people to help him with the party. He do $1 million party from his own pocket. Food, wine, drugs, whatever. All by himself. And look, if you make a party with $1 million, do you know a lot of people are there? If he buys champagne for $1,000 a bottle, a lot of people got to be there to drink up all the champagne because he spent $1 million. If he do steak or he do chicken, rice and beans or whatever, it have to be a lot of rice and beans and chicken and steak to comes up to $1 million. So we have to have a lot of people there to drink up all that wine and that champagne and those cognac. And everybody's trying to betray him now. Everybody that goes to the party talking bad about him. That's why you don't need no goddamn friend. Because they're going to betray you sooner or later. Just like the Jesus story. The man they called Judas. But he was the best friend. Are you following me? If you got a friend, it doesn't matter what they do, and they get in trouble, you should be there to help them out of that trouble. When they get out of the trouble, then you can go in the corners and talk about, hey man, we can't do that anymore. We can't do this. We can't do that because you get in trouble and the government try to do what they want to do with you. So that's what I'm saying. These guys are traitors. They ain't no good. Female is doing it and male is doing it. I have not seen one person speak good about this young man. His employees, not one of them. His bodyguard, not one of them. And they was getting good pay. But they want to make money of themselves. So they start writing books and giving interviews and all type of messed up stuff. Are you following me? Your friend get in trouble, you don't give interviews and speak bad about your friend. Your friend is your friend. If your friend for life. Are you following me? But that's not how black people work. Black people, some of them are traitors. They will deny you in a minute. Like a mother denied her son. Stranger will do that with you in a minute. They're not your friend. They're money friend. You ever heard that word? They're your money friend. So when you ain't got no money anymore, they're all gone. So that's why you should not share your money with them. It doesn't matter how much you have. If you want to give them $1 and buy, straight up, Give them $1 and buy. Don't hold them as your money friend. So you rent a limousine and bring them in there and drink champagne. Or bring them to your house and drink champagne and let them sleep there and bodyguard you. No. Let them buy. Because when you ain't got no more money, they're going to betray you. Straight up. So you need to learn your lesson. And for those of you that is trying to criticize that young man, you need to cut it out. Stop criticizing him. Because you know what's happened? It's not against the law to have a party at home. It's against the law to sell drugs, and he was not selling any drugs. If he's using the drugs, it's not against the law for him to use drugs. It's against the law of selling it and buying it. But you can use anything pertaining to your body. If you don't want to bathe, it's not against the law. If you don't want to wear a lot of clothing, it's not against the law. If you want to sleep on the sidewalk, it's not against the law. Because we have people doing that. If you want to leave your baby someplace, it's not against the law. Because women is doing that. If you want to invite anybody to your party, it's not against the law. If you want to drink water at your party, it's not against the law. But you're making it to be so because they want to put this young man in jail for a long time. Because he get too powerful. And he's black. Other people are making parties like the one that he made. Maybe they don't spend as much as he do because he loves to make parties. He's been doing that since he's been going to college. That man just start making parties. He's been doing that before he was rich or before he becomes a millionaire or before he becomes a billionaire. He has been doing that. Now you have preacher criticizing him. You have other rappers criticizing him. Are you following me? They want to see him gone. All of them. And when he was doing his gang banging, he got a friend that was doing his gang banging with him. You know they do crazy stuff when they were young. 15, 16, 17. They do a lot of crazy stuff. Selling drugs and whatever they was doing. So look, the point what I'm making, when you people get in trouble, we have to try to get them out of trouble. Don't criticize the trouble that they're in. Try to see if we can solve that problem. And also the preacher that is getting in trouble. They are the one that need to get in trouble because they're doing wrong to their people. They're giving hope to their people with a false God that made up by the white man. So if they get caught up, a lot of them get caught up. If you go through the history of all these preachers, a lot of them get caught up because they do wrong stuff to the people and to themselves. But by you can't overstand and you get out there in the media and try to make a penny from YouTube or TikTok or whatever, you get crazy because you're trying to make money. You're not trying to tell the people the truth. I'm not trying to make money on TikTok. They care less about me. I'm just telling you the truth. We should help the brother get out of the trouble that he's in because they're trying to put him down. The government, when I say they, the government and the people that pretend to be his friend also doing it. They're all doing it.
We will be the lost men and women
Because they hate him secretly for a long time.
because
And you
we
can't
are
see
the
that.
original.
So what I'm saying, we have to
the
wake up.
original,
Straight
the
up.
original man. And don't you forget
If we don't wake up,
this word. What
we
I
all
said
gonna
until you.
perish with the doing of the white
We
man.
must love each
Don't
other
think they're stupid.
as we
Don't
love
think they're
ourselves.
idiots. They're just
Let
clever
no
white
other
people
race
who want to dominate the
hurt
rest of
any
people
one of us.
on this planet.
Our children,
Peace.
our
I'm out of
grandmother,
here.
our grandfathers, never let no other race hurt your people. We got to stand up.